4 changes in all, and Mahmoud Dahoud, who's playing for the first time in 11 weeks. And he tees up the shot, and what a start! The informed Can Uzun, in only the 2nd minute, he scored last weekend, he scores this weekend, and Dortmund have been stunned. It's the perfect start for the visitors. Has been a regular starter for most of his Frankfurt career. Oh, what a save!
Yeah, putting their head down and spread some negative vibes.
Forward by Bellingham, the touch by Guirassy to Bayer. And the chance set up and fisted away.
No, and to be fair to Alberriera, it's not easy to take over a team, especially in this situation as well, that Frankfurt was in it. It wasn't great, the energy wasn't great, and he also needed time to get to know his team.
Crossing towards Guirassy! And you know what comes next? His 16th league goal of the season. And it's one that Dortmund desperately needed. Parity is restored. And Niko Kovac's men strike against his old team. Kovac took over the team partway through, placing Nuri Sahin. Is Bellingham. Bayer and Schlotterbeck. That's how you turn a game around. And Nico Schlotterbeck, a centre-back, remember, plays the role of centre-forward pretty well. And for all of their good work, Albert Riera's Frankfurt have cracked again. It looks like they'll be behind at the break, 2-1.
And what a great timing.
And it will be he who will take the corner. Guided away, but not very far. Bayer. Kept alive well. Guirassy didn't get there initially, still might though. Kept it alive. And Riasson! This is neat and tidy. Nathaniel Brown. Goetze. Uzun. That's neat and tidy, and beaten away by Kobel. So Schlotterbeck to take the corner. It's a good delivery in Cetera, preventing an own goal. Change of game, and here's Inacio. Still going, referee had a long look at that. Here's Bayer, and they're queuing up, and there is a first Dortmund goal for Samuele Inacio. There's a moment to savour in front of the yellow wall. A new rising star in Dortmund colours.
This is a group of young, huge talents. They also need to develop. They need sometimes half a year, they sometimes need a year. And this is...
Knauf trying to get in, and Burkhardt, and they've got one back. Jonathan Burkhardt. He's had something of a goal drought in the last couple of months, but in front of the Germany boss, Julian Nagelsmann, he has struck.
I think Frankfurt is still on a good way, even if this season didn't turn out the way they wanted.
Second place secured for Borussia Dortmund. They had to do it the hard way. They had to hold on at the ends.
And the way was Smith. Now it's Jackson Irvine pressured and robbed by Romelu. Jan Diomande, Baumgartner's there, the ball is loose, Ruder's there, and Baku's there, and the ball off the line somehow. And they're stepping in here, it's Pierke now for the run of Untonji. He'll take on Orban, Untonji, Kass! Off the bar for St. Pauli. What a chance, what a moment! On the corner, Raum for Leipzig. Raum delivers it. Baumgartner's header. Schlager! In his final home game here, the departing Xaver Schlager with a tremendous going-away gift to the Leipzig fans, and they lead on a day where they can seal third place in the Bundesliga table. This touch will come to Baumgartner here, who gets away from Jackson Irvine. Baumgartner's pass, now Diomande clear, Diomande angle tight, retains possession, pulls it back, Ouedraogo off the frame of the goal. Ram on the corner, Orban's header! And the lead doubled for Leipzig. And Willi Orban has them now on the cusp of return to the Champions League. Jackson Irvine. Irvine, Untonji. Oppi, Untonji. On here to Oppi! And down to save is Van der Voort. Here comes Schlager. Schlager still, he's got to head on the chase. Romelu here. Romelo's pass, now it's Brandgruder for Leipzig, great balance, lovely finish, super goal. They will check this, there's a call for offside in the... Irvine towards Abdoulaye Cisse, here he is, and Cisse's in! It's a goal back for St. Pauli. Well, just like last week, he's got the goal to make this a fight again. By Rasmussen, it drops here to Baumgartner, pushed on now to Finkgräfer. And Nusa can look to stretch his legs and stretch St. Pauli. Antonio Nusa for Leipzig. Nusa! Shot on target, beaten away by Vasil. Stevens. Rasmussen. And here for Sinani. Cisse. Jackson Irvine! And held by Van der Voort. Leipzig secure the season's objective. They will finish third and will compete again in next season's UEFA Champions League. For St. Pauli, it all goes down to next weekend, that last day survival shootout.
In southern Germany, and the heat is on, and straight away a chance for Kofane to run at Stuttgart, and a big chance here, and what a start! Alex Garcia strikes in the very first minutes. They could not have dreamt. Through the Bundesliga, no extra performance spot, that's gone to Spain. Here is Hundav with the effort. Here is Furich, making his 200th appearance for Stuttgart in all competitions. Labeling. They've worked it really well! Demirovic with the rapid response! Here's Tapsoba, who's recently signed a new contract with the club. Layoff was a good one, and the strike was decent from Marza. Straight at. Such a weak wizard, Chris Furich. Towards his best form. It's a nice turn by Demirovic. Can he get a shot away? What a save by Flecken. Flecken was ready for it.
Yeah, that was so strong. I mean, against Tapsoba, to keep that ball, being able to turn yourself around, hold him at arm's length, and then get that shot off with the quick feet. Deflection on the way as well.
Furich, he's got targets to aim for, but it's too close to Flecken, who took that pretty well, actually. And Demirovic is down.
Oh.
Tapsoba.
Oh, yeah.
There is a check, and he will have a look, and this could be hugely significant.
Ein möglicher Strafstoß wurde überprüft. Nach Ansicht der Bilder liegt ein Foulspiel der Nummer 12 vor. Strafstoß.
Penalty. Tapsoba's trip on Demirovic has cost him dearly. Just listen for the roar if this goes in. This place will ignite. It's Mittelstädt. Magnificent! Stuttgart in front for the first time today. Andres, Demirovic, it's a brilliant move, and then Undav's shot was spilled, and Demirovic on the follow-up, but I don't think it's going to count.
Das Tor wurde überprüft. Nach Ansicht der Bilder liegt kein Foulspiel vor, jedoch eine Abseitsstellung von Undav. Daher lautet die finale Entscheidung indirekter Freistoß.
So, it's the offside against Undav that sees the goal ruled out. Plenty of error on that, and the header is guided away by Flecker. Might have been a bit of post in there as well, actually.
But Stuttgart is knocking on that door heavily. Chabot can get to that ball, and no, I think it was Flecken without the aluminium. Yeah.
It's come Demirovic's way. Here is labelling. Whipped in with pace! Dennis Undav with a goal that could be worth its weight in goals. Spencer Gear, Leverkusen's only remaining game at home to Hamburg. Ronaldo trying to get a shot away, and Nubel got a good early view of that. Leipzig have beaten St. Pauli, so Leipzig have qualified for the Champions League. When the pressure was on, Stuttgart delivered. Behind in the first minute to a goal from Aleix Garcia, but they roared back.
So touch into congestion. Gregoritsch with a neat knockdown, and now the space for Fellhauer, and Gregoritsch is there! He has the nose for goal. One of the stars of Augsburg's season. Carter. That's a lovely ball. Carter across goal, and Gregoritsch is at the double. It's 2 tap-ins for Gregoritsch. But that is the mark of a fine striker.
Die Torerzielung wurde überprüft.
It was
Nach
tight.
Ansicht der Bilder lag eine Abseitsposition der Nummer 38 vor. Somit
Gregoritsch
die finale
was
Entscheidung,
offside.
kein Tor, indirekter Freistoß.
It opens it up here for Augsburg, once again through Met. Kurma, Fellhauer on the overlap, lovely ball to Robin Fellhauer! Augsburg are showing up in their final home game of the season. Their fans are having fun in the sun now at the WWK Arena. Now a corner in front of that wall of white at the WWK Arena. Flicks on. Oh, it's there! And it's a double for Robin Fellhauer. If he's onside. He asked the question. The look to the linesman. There is a question to be asked, and this looks a little bit more clear-cut than the one we saw in the first half when Michal Gregoritsch had a goal ruled out as well. Now some space for Kurma again. Masengo inside of him. Kurma with the shot. Oh, is it going to trickle in? No! Gregoritsch gets it! Nicolas puts it on the foot of the Austrian, who has really shown off his goal-scoring instincts this afternoon. Augsburg's signing of the season brought in. Oh, Gladbach, oh, they have got one. Darman, furious that he's been robbed of a first clean sheet since February. There's something to celebrate for the Foles fans that have made the trip. Maybe he'll indulge again after this one. Augsburg's final home game of the season produces their biggest win of the campaign. A trademark performance from the Manuel Baum playbook with a trademark 2-goal salvo from Michal Gregoritsch.
Here is Bernardo to Toure and Sugawara. with a foul. We're still waiting here. It doesn't look good in the replays. I don't think Sugawara was trying to cause damage there, but he just catches Touré after Ole Werner moved to RB Leipzig. Here's Vladimir Zofal, a header from Kramaric. He's quite quietly gone about his business, getting 8, not always starting. You can see neither side with a shot on target, so for all that possession and aggression from Hoffenheim, maybe now when they think quick, Kramaric to Touré! First shot on target, first goal. And just as I was talking about the fact that they haven't been clinical enough, a quickly taken corner, Kramaric is aware of his teammate and sets him up. And for a second weekend running, Bazumana Touré on the score sheets. But here come Werder Bremen, still no shot on target. Just one opportunity so far, and Baumann forced into a save. Here was Puertas wriggling his way around and blasted over then. Not a single player, even the defenders. Oh, and a lovely opportunity there for Tim Lemperle. So many times we've seen that today and all season, and Lemperle gets it to Dimon. That's a great ball from Olivier Dimon to Jinma. Stayers arriving late in the box. Jinma will go alone. There is Zofal now, quickly taken together with Burcher. Pras with a good chance and saved by Backhaus for another corner. Burcher lofts it in, that's dangerous, and hits the frame of the goal. Kabak! Well, it looked like Burcher had meant to make it across, but in the end, came awfully close to scoring. The Dutch midfielder lofting it in, and it didn't need much more. Just had 2 shots since then. And in the end, a deserved win for Christian Ilzer's Hoffenheim. 3 points that keep them very much in the Champions League race.
Bochum, most recently. Now here they come, Eriksson. Instinctive pass from him into the path of Mela. Mela's ball. Oh, the finish from Vinicius Souza. Just let him down.
Yeah, Mele got caught here. He didn't realize that Olise has made this movement, and he found the space.
Musiala, the save from Grabara. Narrow angle, but he had to make it.
Refocus.
Olise, this is from the training ground. Stanisic is free, off the bar. And just wide of the mark. That was a marvellous piece of Bayern planning there.
The way they play it short, they find the free man here, Bischoff, and he has a superb left foot, as we know. Can't put it away.
Musiala, was Jackson onside? He's taken too long, and a good save from the keeper at the other end, but it's not clear. Stanisic, another big hand from Kamil Grabara.
If they can do it, you can do it also.
Kimmich, that's a lovely ball. Penalty.
Well down. Kumbedi might put him onside, but we shall see. It's gonna be looked at anyway. That it was a penalty? Yes, it was.
Is he going to make it 11 from 11 against Kamil Grabara, who himself has stopped 3? This for the Leeds. Oh, Harry Kane misses. Write that in your diary. Harry Kane missed the penalty. It keeps Wolfsburg in the game. It keeps them in the fight.
Yeah, and he's looking to the penalty spot, and you can see just a tiny slip with his... They can't release the pressure now, and that is very dangerous because you feel like every minute is coming something. And Wolfsburg, they have to do something.
The pressure will blow. Oh, it's lovely. It's in. Olise. Not only a great assist of the goals, but he can score them himself. Number 15. And it's another beauty.
Well, Phil, this is a typical Olise goal. We've seen that many times this season. And in the first half, Wolfsburg, they did very good. They covered it. They covered Olise on the flank with two people exactly for these situations, for his left foot. But in this situation, it's a 1v1. We will see it now. Kimmich plays the ball. Mele is in a 1v1 with Olise. A lot of space behind him. Leimer goes in. Olise tucks in.
Sheo guys on his own, surrounded by 4 Bayern players. Oh, now they're through! Oh, the post! That's Wolfsburg's game today!
There you see again Shiogai between 4 players, and somehow he gets that ball through, and he decides to take it first touch here. He can stop the ball, he can go around the goalkeeper.
Urbig will try and hit this one up into the air as high as he can and as long as he can. And he has, and it is all over. Wolfsburg know that they have given up. Stanger. Going back. Oh! That's what they were waiting for. Bakary Yatta, a first ever Bundesliga goal. The pressure's off for Hamburg. It's on now for Freiburg, but Bakary Yatta, a Gambian refugee, is how he started. They picked him up on a free contract as a free agent many, many years ago, 10 years ago. 31 games in the top flight. Not to mention a reply of outstanding quality from Hamburg-born Igor Matanovic. Hamburg were not celebrating long. Incredibly fast. What a reply. Referee waving play on. Good call from him. Vieira off the post. Took a deflection on his way through. It's well won. Königsdörfer now going back. It's been impressive today. Königsdörfer, shoot, they say. Oh, you need to shoot on target, though. But someone like Vuskovic can hit it from there. Oh, he can! He so can! Vuskovic shows where his heart lies. They didn't say farewell to him before the game today. Maybe, just maybe, Hamburg can keep hold of him. They would so love to. They're through again, and they score again. The first couple of touches for Fabio Balde. His first Bundesliga goal as well. They're having a party today in Hamburg. They're staying in the Bundesliga, and all of a sudden, they can score goals.
And it's way too easy because it's just a ball down the line. And Höhler the other.
And Höhler the other. Oh, Grifo's corner is made to measure for Igor Matanovic to get his second of the game. And all of a sudden, with just over 5 minutes or so to play, with time added on for injury and stoppages, it often looks serious, even when the situation is in his control, but it's not right now. Ryan Philippe, good save at Bolo. Counter-attack. Vieira! Oh, the post denies, but the follow-up is converted. But he was offside, so it won't count. That's it, it's all over. The final home game of the season is a three-pointer for Hamburg. They'll be back next season.
As I said, it's going to be physical, going to be intensive, and there's an opening for Heidenheim now.
Yeah, a bit sloppy, and they could pop it in from the left-hand side with Ibrahimovic, who immediately looks up, and they've got the opening goal! Brilliant header from Schöpner. The hero last time they won away, Jan Schöpner, gives Heidenheim an early breakthrough. What a moment that could be. And Köln have inflicted it on themselves. It's brilliant for Heidenheim, who have their noses in front.
Yeah, now, of course, some more urgency for Cologne. They don't want to lose this game, even though it doesn't really mean anything to them.
Here they go again, Minus waiting. Oh, how has he found a way through from there? Marius Bülter with a beauty. Heidenheim not ahead for long. Frank Feller beaten by Marius Bülter, who makes it 2-2. Space here for Arjon Ibrahimovic. Zivzivadze. Can he turn? He can! Cancelled out by Marius Bülter, which is why we find ourselves at 1-1. Dinkci all the way through. Really quick feet. And the sweep away is not quite enough. Ibrahimovic, oh, is it? Lund couldn't keep it out. And Heidenheim snatch back the lead in this vital game. Well, it's been all Köln for the last 10 minutes. But once again, the visitors strike.
Yeah, it's just that spirit of never giving up, no matter the situation. And you're absolutely right. They suffered for the last 10 minutes, probably, and Cologne was building pressure.
Dinkci.
That's a good ball.
They can use the Zivzivadze as a man to lay it off. Oh, and that nearly sneaked in. That's taken away from Bülter. Really nicely timed. This is where Heidenheim can be dangerous. Can Dorsch get his pass right? Ibrahimovic one way. They've just about given that one enough. Ibrahimovic, brilliant ball, has to go in, no! Up against Torre, who does well. Dinkci trying to help out. Amala showing his strength. Laying it off, Said Amala! Dorsch controlling it again. Finding Ibrahimovic again! Pushed out by Schweber. So Zivzivadze. He's been at the club 7.5 years. Schöpner. Opening up, Erling Dinkci. Oh, Schöpner! He's standing up to be Heidenheim's hero. He got the opener, he's got the third. In between, he might have had a hat-trick. But that could be huge. A goal difference boost. A boost here in Köln. Castro Montes, lovely ball. Oh, fine save from Feller. Denying Bülter, I think. Amala the target. Oh, it's gone all the way through for Castro Montes. One of the greatest of great escapes. 6 are up. Let's have a look at the referee, who blows his whistle. And this remarkable story, this fairy tale will have a final chapter for Heidenheim. They have come to Köln, and they have won by 3-1.
Mark in the front area.
Taken by Tiller, and it was Ilic with a header. Burcu. Came line, and Sedna was caught out there. It's the opening goal for Union. Ilic was on the scene. And so difficult to stop in the air. Andre Ilic.
More zonal.
Nadim Amiri. We've had the 10-minute mark at added time. Here's Oliver Burke for Union. And Burcu takes over. Zepter went down low. Got his hand on it.
And you know, to have him as a piece of the puzzle. So
here's Neighbour chipping it in, and that's the response that Mainz needed. Geraldo Becker comes back to haunt his old club. Wonderful timing there, splendid execution, and Geraldo Becker, for only the third time as a Mainz player, Urs Fischer has come to depend upon him down the years. 1-1. Trimmer with this free kick, and St. in by Nadim Amiri, and Potulski threw himself at the ball. Not a bit of that. Nadim Amiri is left by Becker, and it comes this time. Tietz, and over the line it goes. Remarkable from Philip Tietz. How did he do that?
doesn't get a half yard, and here, that's a hand. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
It's on the verge of dangerous play, I think. Here.
Nach Ansicht der Bilder liegt eine Abseitsposition von Nummer 20 vor. Finale Entscheidung, indirekter Freistoß.
Offside. So that is the verdict. Sano is trying to keep Juranovic in check. Look at this, all of a sudden. Ilic for Union, and off the frame of the goal.
Plenty of Austrians voting here.
Here's Köln, and Ilic trying to nod it back. Can they keep this going? Oliver Burke, oh, that's brilliant! Oliver Burke! Magical! Well, that's the way to send a message to your national team coach ahead of the World Cup. Oliver Burke. And Union with Kemlein. Maybe have designs on another one. And the defenders are post-it missing. Well, the angle was tight, but that did not deter Union, and Juranovic has buried it. And that should put it beyond all doubt. 3-1. Joy for the Union fans and for Marie-Louise Eta. Applauded there by Marie-Louise Eta. And it is official now. Congratulated there by Horst Held, by everyone connected with Union. They are the victors. It's a win for Marie-Louise Eta. And the Union fans who made the long Sunday night journey will reckon it was worth it. So the results from Matchday 33. Dortmund victorious on Friday. Augsburg continue to excel. Hoffenheim, big win against Bremen, an important win. Leipzig will be playing Champions League football. We don't know about Stuttgart just yet, but a good win for them. Bayern victorious against relegation-threatened Wolfsburg. Hamburg winners today. The big story today, Heidenheim's success away to Köln. And entertaining fare here on the menu, 3-1 to Union against Mainz. So what does it all mean in terms of the table? It is quite the squeeze. You look at Stuttgart there in 4th and Hoffenheim in 5th. Everything to be decided on the last day when it comes to the Champions League chase. Freiburg there in 7th. Still the chance they could be in the Champions League, but they have to win the Europa League to be there. Final appearance coming up against Aston Villa of England. And then in the lower half of the table, we have to concentrate on 16th, 17th and 18th. Who is it going to be going into the playoff, and who will be automatically relegated? St. Pauli are at home to Wolfsburg on the last day. Heidenheim are at home to Mainz. Fasten your seatbelts.